good. Looks pretty good. Yep. Clear on. Just a minute while I get this stuff set up. I'm going to show that one first. There we go. Pop-out chat. There we go. All right, how's everything look over here? That looks pretty good. I like that. This thing needs to be aimed down. Maybe get it a little closer. Barricade, hey! Just about to head to the Home Depot. Well, don't let me stop you. Have fun at the Home Depot. Let's see here. Glad you're here. But yeah, don't let me stop you. Enjoy the Home Depot. All right, I think we'll start on these bad guys. Perfect. Dude, this is way more fun. I really appreciate that. Thank you. All right. Yeah, let's put on some gloves. All right, what do we got? Ooh, somebody commented. Just sending a quick message to my snow runner buddy there. No, we don't need that. Okay, there we go. Dodd, what are you working on today specifically? Okay, great question. Good to see you here, Dodd. I have, the score reels are done, so at least for now. I'll probably have to do a little fine adjustment once the game is up and running, but they're done. So I was going to work, the only thing left here to work on is these 5 small relays, which shouldn't take too long. The ball count unit right here, and then the credit unit, which I'm not sure how that's actually going to function because I'm going to leave the game in add a ball, which is what it's in right now. But we should at least still look at it, make sure it works out okay. Glad you're here. Thank you very much for joining. It's everybody's support is appreciated quite a bit. All right. And we should probably take a look at the chime box, I suppose. There's not much to it. Just got a little single chime deal here. Probably just clean the plunger and maybe pull off the bar and clean it up a little bit. That's about all of that's going to need. But yeah, these 4 relays will be first. Let me grab some gloves. Actually, I got them right down here. How nice. This helps with the coil dust. Should have been wearing them when I finished assembling the score reels. Alright. Hopefully everybody's day is doing good. I played my PlayStation for like an hour and a half, 2 hours, which is a little too long for me. But got some stuff done, and then I went outside for like a half hour and picked up some sticks. And some garbage. And I found a vaping device, of all things. So, that was a little weird. But we had some pretty strong winds, so who knows where that came from. Alright, that's looking good. We're looking good there. Let's get a screwdriver and pull out some relays. We're just going to unscrew all of them. Alright. I easily could grab the power screwdriver, but it's interesting, and it makes sense why they do it, but 3 of these, actually 4 of these, are connected together by just a bare piece of wire. Just the commons are done like that, and this end one is on a different circuit. So these 3, or these 4 will stay together while I work on them. Barricade, vaping your new hobby? Let's hope not. I don't need that. That's an expensive one. It's expensive in more ways than one. My Corvair was a very expensive hobby, which I knew it would be when I bought it. I knew it would be a money pit, and it was, but I enjoyed it. But that was a lot of fun driving that car around. The only thing I miss about that car is driving it in the summer with the windows down, cruising on a back road, 35 miles an hour, 40 miles an hour, something like that. That was a lot of fun. Let's see here. Sometimes these washers get stuck to the little rubber bushings here, or rubber isolators. All right, healthy hobbies are much better. True, very true. I had more fun today than I expected doing Bride at Pinball. I was a little apprehensive to do it, streaming it, because for me, it just doesn't have that replay value that, High Speed does, or, Pinbot does to a lesser extent. But yeah, it turned out really good, so I was pretty happy. We had a good conversation today, so that worked out nice. So yeah, that was fun. All right. Also, with these score reels, I found that there's 2 screws that were incorrect in them, so it was really nice to get the original correct hardware for all the pieces. So that's another reason why I like to go through everything like that. All right, we're gonna pull off this guy right here. She keeps us entertained with all the sexy sound effects. Definitely makes me laugh when she giggles, that's for sure. All right, and just for fun, we'll pull this corner one off too. No real reason to, but gives us a little more room to move stuff around. So if I really wanted a lot of room, I'd unscrew this end wire over here, then we'd have lots of room, but I don't need that much. So I'm just kind of looking for, pits in the relay switches. I hate these small relays. They can be tough. But we'll just grab my cleaning file, which doesn't really remove too much metal. It's much more designed for cleaning. All right, there's that. Okay. I'm not doing a super duper clean. If I was doing a super duper clean, I would pull apart each relay stack, but I'm not going to do that because I don't want to. Make sure our switch stacks are tight. All right. Really need to get a, well, that one's loose. Holy moly. Good quarter turn out of those guys. I really want to find a music service that has, like a stream of music. That would be nice for here. We could listen to, hey, anybody want to listen to Scott Denise's album? Got a couple albums of his we could listen to. He won't mind. All right, let's see what do we got going on here. Music. Yeah, we'll just do this. Play it from over here. We'll hear it. All right, this is Scott's newest album, A System of Parts. No, I don't want to play my CD player. Tape. Okay, get this playing and we'll get back to work. We'd use the remote control, but I don't think it'll reach that far with this infrared. Might be too loud, we'll see. All right, barricade, yes! Yeah, maybe I'll turn it down a little bit. Can you guys hear that okay? Alright, so suppose I can grab a paper towel just to weight things down a little bit. That works, I guess. Alright. Maybe I'll pull this little switch off. It's only one set of switches here. You guys hear Scott's music okay? Alright. Sounds good. Awesome. Thank you. Now, what Mark from Mark's Basement Arcade likes to do, which is fine, he's got a small Dremel-like tool with a little rotating brush, and he'll just get in here and bzzz, which is fine. It's much quicker. But I just like doing it this way. Nothing wrong with the way he does it. That's what's cool about pinball. Lots of different ways to do stuff. Some of these contacts that are larger, that's where you're going to get some arcing, because they put heavier contacts in here for a reason. So I'm just looking to see if there's any pitting. Okay. And another thing about these, some of these contacts is they're silver, and they'll just turn black and kind of corrode on their own, so. Alright. That looks pretty good. I might just pull the, you know what, it's just going to be easier if I pull the stack, so that way I can be sure to get into everything. Here's another way you can tell that this thing has 70,000 plays on it. Right here, there's you can see the brass at the tip there, where it's worn away the silver plating, and you can see the brass blade underneath. So this relay has been actuated a lot. It's probably like a 100-point relay or something. All right, let's get my phone a little farther away. There we go. It's like you can get one of these working just by sticking a file or a flex stone in and just kind of wiggling it around a little bit, but it's not going to be that reliable. Okay, Barricade. Well, I'm going to head out. Hopefully be back before you're done with the stream. Have a nice day. Oh, yeah. Hope to see you soon. We'll be here. We should be here like an hour. Unless I really get into something, then maybe we'll be here longer. Oh, what do you guys want to see me work on next? I'm not saying I'll follow what you say, but do you want me to work on the bottom motorboard yet, or work on the bottom of the play field, or what? If you got any recommendations. All right. Do our adjustment on this thing. That'll work. All right, I'm good with whatever is most convenient for you. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you for the feedback. Now this stack of relays, this is four switches, and they're all normally open on this one, so it's pretty darn easy to get it back together. These are just individual stacks of switches screwed together. Not a big deal. Big long screws, you don't want to over tighten those guys. Alright. Yeah, so here we got, actually these top two are together and these bottom two are loose. But they'll just fit in here into the deal here. Just to the slots. Not really any way to screw this up too much unless you break a wire. It's about the only way to really screw it up. Breaking a wire. I mean, of course, you could also adjust the switches wrong, but hey, that's okay. All right, where's my, there we go. Again, this file I'm using really doesn't file down much of anything, but it's pretty good at cleaning. Ah, there we go. I knew it'd come apart, or should. So I'm just looking in here, making sure it's relatively clean and all the black stuff is pretty much gone. I should be hitting these with like a index card or some kind of card with some alcohol, but I'm going to skip that procedure and probably going to bite me in the butt. Until things get cleaned out, it probably won't work that great, but hey, it's okay. Yeah, just a little pitting on these, but I'm not going to worry about it. All right. One done. Yeah, Mark could be done with all these by now, which is okay. I just enjoy taking my time, chatting with you guys. I know you're not seeing a whole lot in the other camera, but... Okay, that one looks pretty good. These are nice big points, I like it. Alright. They're also domed points. They're not flat. Some points are perfectly flat, and some points are domed. These are domed. Not perfect, but it's okay. All right, whew. Well, maybe I'll move you guys over to the other side. I just got to line up all the pieces. Okay. Trick when putting this together is to get all these lined up as well. Where's that screwdriver? Over here. Oh, cool. Lined one up. Lined two up. Sweet. I'll screw it down so they just have just a tiny bit of tension on the screw, and then I'll line up the blades. Actually looks pretty good. So I want to try to get all these blades in alignment and the points on each switch stack. Sometimes it's tough, but this one looks pretty good. Well, now that I look at it from the top, it's not very good. It's like it'll operate if they're all at different angles, but I don't know. It's not as good. Just not as nice. Tighten it down, then I'll take another look at it. Alright. You're a little off, but that's okay. Now's the fun part. We gotta look at all the switch gaps when we're playing around with them. So I'm just kind of closing it and operating it just at the last 3/4 of the travel and making sure I got the bottom blade is moving too. And it is. That provides the cleaning action you need. Look at the gap here. We've got gaps on all of them. The middle one's got a little bit bigger gap. Not by much, though. Now we'll leave it. That's good. All right. Whew. Time for the next one. This is good. Now, I got to be kind of careful because we got a short lead on this one. We're not going to break it off, but it'll just be something we got to watch out for. I don't like these tiny relays. They're hard to work on. Bally ones are the worst. They are smaller. Okay, this one's kind of coming apart at the bottom. We'll just keep the screws in here for this one. This one's a smaller point one too. The actual points are much tinier. And it is flat, relatively flat. Okay. Again, I'm just doing this just to clean up the point. We're not reprofiling it or anything. Doesn't need it. All right. So yeah, so this guy's got its own little bottom spacer. Just a little itty bitty spacer that it needs to sit at the correct height. Whereas this guy had all big terminals, this one's got only 2 and the rest are tiny ones. That's okay. Sneak her in here and screw her down. Like this music, Ian?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. My son's just hanging on the other side of the table doing his own stuff, which is good. Okay. Let's pull this apart. Sorry if I'm bumping the camera here. Straighten out my back. It's like I really enjoy playing the PlayStation, but man, an hour and a half is 2 hours is the max. Just need to feel like I'm doing something. And that doesn't usually do it for me. Okay, this one also has a little spacer at the bottom. It's important to get that back in there so things stay in proper adjustment. Put it over here. And these are also all normally open, which means when There's no pressure on them. The blades are open. Gopu, hey, welcome. Glad you're here. Listening to a little bit of Scott's music today. I wanted something. I'll start at the bottom because these little points are really easy to clean. Yeah, I was saying earlier, the Bride of Pinbot stream went better than I thought. I was a little apprehensive to do it. Mainly because that game for me just doesn't have the replay value. But I was in a good mood and it worked out good. Alright. Yeah, none of these points have been burned yet, so that's good. Means they sized them properly when they designed the machine. Because, like on the Shuffle Alley, some of those points could have been a lot bigger. Because, I mean, granted, that machine's got a lot of plays on it, but man, when I went through those, I had to re-profile a lot of points. Just because there were some badly pitted ones. But then again, the machine's not meant to last forever, so kind of one of them balance things, I suppose. Yeah, these aren't hardly burned at all. They're just dirty from age. There we go. Alright. Sorry. Yeah, I went ahead last night and just finished up the score reels. I didn't really feel like starting up a live stream. Glad I got it done, though. Whew. So, just 4 little switch stacks stuck together, all normally open ones. I gotta remember to add the spacer. Otherwise, they won't sit right, and I have to readjust them all. Alright. There's only 4 slots in here, so gotta have my spacer in. Take a look at that message, doing some PlayStation messaging. Nope. Spacer came loose. There we go. Okay. Sorry, my hands are right in the way. So with the last stack, we'll put these in so they're just barely tight. And then we can align the blades up and whatnot. We're not checking switch gaps or anything, but it's kind of eyeballing stuff. It looks nice if they're all lined up, and they'll work better in the end. Alright. Now we'll check gaps and follow through and stuff. Some of these blades can be pretty stiff. The gaps in here are a little big, so I'm just gonna tighten it down a little bit. Super easy to adjust these. Okay, that one's done. Now it's going to be tough because they've got the solder holding these all together, so it's going to be a little bit of a pain. I might unsolder some stuff. We'll see. All right, let's check that message. Okay, just looking at my phone, checking message on SnowRunner. Staged. Cosmodome. Have to be driven to farmhouse. It's not really a farmhouse though. To the end goal. All right, there we go. Cool. All right, next one. Let's see, I did this one. All right, Tom Smith, hey, welcome. Hey, Jeremy, I've been away for a while, but got to catch you on the live stream, watch the first two videos. Excellent, thank you. Thanks for stopping in, I appreciate it. We are near, wow, we're not at the end here. We still got to work on 2 mechanical units, but we're nearing the end of this. Sorry, my hand's right in the way. End of the back box, I should say. Luckily, these other relays are all pretty much the same here. Oop. One thing you gotta watch out for is these guys. These are spacers that keep the switches at the right height. Down with the bento box. All right. I'm just cleaning the relays. This is a very light file. It doesn't actually remove hardly any material, but it will remove the silver oxide from these suckers. Which, luckily, I haven't run into any that are really burnt, so that's good. Okay, that one's done. How's it been going, Tom? Been keeping busy? What you been up to? Curious. I'm a very curious person. Oop, lost it. Down with the bento box. These are all super easy because all the switches are normally open here. Tom says, lucky that the EM I bought came fully adjusted. Oh yeah. Once you get the hang of it, it's not too bad. You got to work on a couple of them, but then you get the hang of it and you learn stuff. Dang, I'm in your line of sight again. All right, let me see if I can line that guy up. That looks pretty good. I might unsolder a wire here so we got more room to move around, but Let's see if I can avoid it. All right. Well, I've been looking at my Pinbot and thinking of pulling the damaged Mylar off. Ooh, that's a big step. But yeah, if it's damaged, you know, if you're willing to live with the loss of possible paint, go for it. Some paint, you know, it's all hit or miss. Various techniques to use. Some work better than others. There is no foolproof method. I was definitely happy with the freeze spray method, though. That worked pretty good. But it won't always work good in every situation. Alright, yeah, this one's got the spacer on it. Alright, I was successful with the Cyclone. Sweet, good deal. Yeah, some of these upper ones are a little crusty with dust. Freeze spray is what I use. Awesome, good deal. Okay, so we've only got 2 big ones here. Let's get some of this extra coil dust off. So I'm just kind of, you know, lightly filing and just kind of checking to see if I got all of it off or most of it off. Just by checking reflections in the light. Like I said, I haven't run across any that are badly burned, so that's good. It means they're sized correctly. And I should be cleaning these with alcohol and maybe an index card or something like that. Business card, but I'm not. Probably gonna bite me in the butt, but once she operates a bit, it'll be fine. A bit more on this guy. Alright. Gopu, did I tell you I found a head for my Aladdin's castle? Backglass is near perfect. I think I might do a full resto on it. Oh, sweet. Good deal. So, what was the story on Aladdin's castle? Did you have just the body, or was the head damaged? It's a lot of work, but it's good to go through every switch like you were doing. Thank you. Yeah, it is. My goal is perfect operation. But, you know, I do things differently every time. So, like this time, I'm not really hitting the switches with alcohol or something. If this was a game that I had to have and keep for a long time and be 100% reliable, then I'd probably do that. Okay, that one's good. One more switch. I like this because this doesn't take too long. I mean, each individual switch takes a little bit of time, but you're making progress. Down with the bento box. Probably have to go flip over the tape. Stereo system I'm using was given to me. The cassette deck is a more modern one. It's a cheapo, but I was able to get it to work and able to modify it, so it worked good. All right, yep, just had the body. Found a head in Texas and got a friend to bring it back. Whoa, nice going. I like it. That's awesome. That is totally awesome. So now we just stack these guys together. Tom, it's also been a great thing to have the space to lay out all the parts. Oh, 100%, 100%. That's what I like about the space down here. All right. DI playfield protector. All right. Here we go. Ian, you want to handle changing the tape for me?
Sure.
You open it, you got to make sure it's stopped first, and then you push on the door to open it. You can see where it is on there. See if he can handle it. He hasn't done it before, I don't think. Did it stop playing? What's the display doing? Do you see anything moving in the display? All right. Okay. Now, nothing is moving in the display. Do you see anything moving in the display?
No.
Okay. So open the door. Now look, read what it says. There you go. Press there. There you go. And then just turn the tape around. Yep, like that. There you go. And then close the door. And then press the play symbol.
Maybe this one or that one?
Which one do you think it is?
This one?
Yep. There you go. Thank you. There, using old technology for the first time. All right. Tom says, had to adjust some of the switches to compensate for the thickness, but they are very thin. Oh, okay, cool. All right. Yeah, if I was really going through it, I'd probably clean this deal too, but... we got our... Okay, that guy started. Alright. Good. That guy's working its way down. It's especially tough because we got wires pulling on everything. But that can be good too because it'll test some of the strength of the solder joints. Okay, I got them just barely tight and then I'll line them up. Eyeball them. I was worried about scratches on it like Mylar when it slows the ball down and needs to be polished. Oh yeah, good point. I think they use, well, it depends what they make them out of, I suppose. Probably like PTEG or something. Okay, now I've got to adjust our switch gaps. I'm just watching for follow through on here. That's good enough. All right, now this guy, he's even harder because he's in the middle of the stack. Ah, but we only have one set of switches to adjust. Hey, lucked out on this one. Same thing with the last one. All right, cool. You're not going to get as good a job of cleaning as if I don't pull these out. So that's why I'm doing it. Okay, there's our spacer down there. Pretty tough stuff, Goku. Regular cleaning and waxing keeps it nice and fast. Sweet. Again, these are all normally open, so not a big deal. Okay. PETG. All right, awesome. Yeah, these things have had a lot of work. They're really a lot of coil dust on them. Technically, it's probably point dust. All right. Yeah, these would be all the scoring relays, like 100 point or 500 point or something like that. Okay, that looks pretty good. On to the next one. Okay. Very good. And remember, it's a good thing if we break a wire, because then we know that that connection was a little weak. Okay. This guy on the bottom has a little backer blade on it, just to keep it from bouncing around, strengthen it up a little bit. Put our spacer on the bottom here. Very important to have that. There we go. Trick is just kind of getting all the blades in position here. Only dealing with 4, so it's not quite so bad, and they're all about the right angle anyway. Oh. Put them in just snug and try to line them up, which is going to be a little difficult with our limited access and room here. Doesn't have to be perfect, but try to get them perfect. All right. Cinch them down. Like the single stacks like this are a lot easier to adjust. Well, that is way off. Tighten them up a little more. Okay, now we just check the gap on them. So just like the last 3/4 of travel, I'm bouncing it up and down and just making sure that there's enough follow through on here. I'm going to adjust the gap a little bit. There's nothing serious with these. It's that follow through action that gives you your cleaning. Oh, it's really easy to adjust these too tight. Okay. Tom says, Jeremy, when it comes to score reels, would you ever spray coat them with a clear to protect the numbers? Nah, I don't think it's worth it. Because they're really not in a humid environment, and the only issue is when you clean them. So, good question though. There are some people with damaged numbers that will, use stickers or whatnot. That's kind of cool. People are making that stuff, but nah. I'd be too worried about them, to be perfectly honest. And generally, as long as the game is kept in a relatively stable environment, there's not too much issue with the score reel numbers. It's more the artwork on the glass. Good question, though. Very good question. All right, yeah, this one's pretty black. Yes. Ladies flip tomorrow. Thank you for the reminder. Expect rain around 6. Okay. So these things just come apart in little switch stacks. Oop, that one just pulled apart. Alright, cleaning switches is fun. Welcome back, Barricade. It's so much fun. It is strangely satisfying, especially when you're done and it works. Especially when you're done and there's very little adjustment to do when you power it up. Or like when I went through Vulcan the first time. Vulcan might not be the best example because I didn't clean every switch, but there was something, either Vulcan or Top Hand, when I went through it, it actually fired up the first time all the way and launched the ball. Which is pretty damn impressive. Alright, get in here so I can see. Got a little bit of pitting in this one, probably a little more in some of the others. But nothing serious. Trying to support the blade from the back side when I clean it lightly with this file. So if you use a sanding stick or something, you want to make sure to get all that grit out of there when you're done. And I've used sanding sticks before. Nothing wrong with it. There's that top one again. There it is. And again, it's no big deal if I accidentally get these in the wrong position or something, because they're all normally open. I did get a couple switches in the wrong position when I worked on Seesaw. That led to an interesting problem where a relay was always sticking on when something was energized. It took me a while to figure that one out. It's like, oh, probably should have been a little more careful. Don't like those older Bally's so much. Those tiny relays. And really cheap connectors. The Jones plugs on those are really cheap. Still have to stop at Home Depot. Got some groceries, just popping in for now. Didn't even make it to Home Depot. Nice. Looks like a little stressful. Perhaps I have a different idea of Zen. There you go. Yeah, I'm getting a little hungry myself here. Alright. That's okay. Yeah, I might start up the stream again tonight, because I want to keep going on this. I want to finish this sucker. Or finish the back box, get that done. Well, I suppose it would help if I put the screws through first. Where'd they go? There you go. Ah, it's not too... Once you do it a few times, nothing. I just got the confidence that if I find a problem, or if there's a problem, I'll eventually figure it out. I get asked quite a bit. It's like, how do you know all this stuff? It's like, you just make mistakes and blow stuff up and ruin stuff, and then you eventually figure something out. You learn from your mistakes, which is the goal. If I can get this screw started, we'll be doing good. All right, there we go. All right. Forgot my spacer. Take it apart. Oh well. At least I saw it in time before I screwed the relays down. That would kind of irritate me. A little bit out. Easier, quicker. Okay. All right, put in my little spacer here. Goes on the bottom of them all. At least with these, you can kind of get them lined up and slide them into position. You don't have to go directly at them. Might go out for supper tonight, we'll see. Just a family restaurant kind of thing. Okay, there we go there. Beautiful. Okay, now I've got to line them up. Now, check the gaps. They're all a bit big. A little bit of tweaking. They're really soft metal, these switches. A little bit of tweaking. They move a lot. And on a big switch stack that's got a lot of switches in it, you can actually adjust them too tight and then the relay won't even be able to close all the way. It's pretty crazy. Okay. Time to screw them back down. Yay! Get them all back into position here. All right, where is my other screwdriver? Right here. Suppose I technically don't need my gloves for this. Yeah, let's take these off. So, this is why I wear gloves. Just all the coil dust and stuff from the relay points and stuff. I have to use a harsher stuff on my hands, and it dries them out pretty quick. Okay. I wear gloves too. There you go. I don't do it all the time, but kind of depends what I'm working on. So I'm just kind of starting all these screws, just putting them in a couple turns. Then we'll go back and tighten them down all the way. The only problem with streaming and recording all this stuff is you know exactly how long it takes you to do something, which I generally don't like to know that. And somebody say, oh, it only took you 40 hours to do something? It's like, well, yeah, but it's, 40 hours at, hour to crack. Then me with, certainly not ADHD, but, I only got enough patience to work on something for an hour or two at the most. Unless I'm really engrossed in it, then I might work on it longer. But otherwise, I just need to do other stuff. Close really close to that light. So these coils are all mounted on rubber isolators. The reason they do that is so they don't jostle the relay if somebody bangs on the back box or something to get extra score. And if all of these rubber isolators were crumbled and broken, you could just screw it right to the backboard. It'd operate fine. Okay, now the big boys. All right. Yeah, it's about an hour. It's pretty good. Whew. Those are done. Hooray! Probably won't get much work done on this tomorrow with the ladies' flip tournament going on. I won't get any work done on it. How's this thing looking? Oh, look at how sluggish that is. Ugh. So watch this. Not even moving. It's supposed to go up 9 times. That's definitely gonna need some work. Then it's supposed to snap down. Down's not too bad. All right, glad I was able to catch you today. It's dinner time here, so I'm going to go now. Hope to see you soon. Yeah, definitely. I'll probably be on tonight. We'll see how I feel. We'll see how it goes. Got to clean this guy and this guy, and I think I'm gonna head to dinner myself. Let's see here. Let's go over to YouTube. Are you streaming the ladies tournament tomorrow? Or just helping out. I don't have the gear to do a proper stream on it. And the location, the audio is absolutely echoey at that location, so it'd be you wouldn't hear much useful stuff. Let me put it that way. Yeah. All right, so later on tonight, probably we'll work on this unit and even the other one. Is that the end for Scott? It's about an hour tape total. Yeah, that works out good. All right, take a drink. Say thanks for watching, and we'll catch you next time. I appreciate you guys hanging out here. Probably work, yeah, we'll definitely do this and that, and then we're done with the board for now. Well, maybe check out the chime boxes to be sure. All right, let's see here. See ya. Thank you very much. We'll see ya. All right. Thanks for watching.